Hi and welcome to another live video, and well, today's video is not going to be a massively long live video, but I want to talk about the recent rumours that Sony are looking at releasing a new handheld gaming system, and I'm not talking about the PS Portal. That's out. And do I class that as a portable gaming system? No, it's just a remote play extension for the PS5. I'm talking about rumours that they are looking to go into the portable gaming market once again, and it's kind of come out of the blue. Now I know there's a lot of PSP and PS Vita fans out there. I'm one of them. I've still got my Vita. It is an absolutely amazing console. Such a shame that it didn't get the love it needed. Well, from people and from Sony, and people for a long time have always said, "Oh, we could do with the PS Vita 2," but nobody thought it would ever come about. And then a fellow subscriber, viewer to my channel, sent me a link to a news story that Sony are reportedly making or looking at making another handheld gaming system. So thanks, James, for sending me that link. And it just seemed a bit different to all of the previous buzz that was going around. This seemed like it was a rumour, an actual, where it had come from some kind of source rather than just a PS Vita fanboy saying, "Oh, I'd love a Vita 2." It even sort of gave a little bit of specifics about it, which kind of gave it a bit more credence. So apparently the PS Vita 2, let's call it that, shall we, is in development. Doesn't say how far along, but it's looking like it's going to be at least 2 years. So it's not very far in development stage. Whether that's it could just still be in the wish list or planning stage. It doesn't even We don't even know if it's been greenlit by Sony yet, or whether it is just sort of some sort of pie in the eye idea. But it does, the article, and I've sort of found this info from other places as well. It says it's going to have some kind of custom APU from AMD, and then it seems to get a little bit complicated or a little bit confusing as to what the aim of this console is. So, in the one hand, it says it's not going to be out for 2 years at least, and then on the other foot, it says that it's going to be more like a portable PS4. So it'll be able to play digital PS4 games and some PS5 games. Although the PS5 games will have to be stupidly forgot to turn notifications off again. The PS5 games will have to be sort of patched so they can play on this Vita 2. But if it's not coming out for another 2 years, that's going to put it into more PS6 territory. Why would Sony make a handheld console in 2026, 2027 that can play PS4 games? I don't really know. It kind of makes sense because you're not going to get a portable device that's going to be, that's going to have the power of the PS5, PS6, to make it as powerful as a PS4. That is the grounds we're going into with the Switch and the Switch 2. Apparently, whatever the Switch 2 is when it comes out, it's going to be almost PS4 power. So for Sony to make a portable console that is that powerful, it's possible, but they're going to be on the back foot because Nintendo have got their feet firmly in the portable market, and always have done, really. They've always been Sony's main competition, and it just doesn't seem that likely to me. I mean, I know everything has shifted in terms of portable gaming. It used to be a one-horse race. It was Game Boy or DS, and then you had Sony trying to cut in with the PSP and the Vita, and the PSP was moderately successful. It did give Nintendo a bit of a run for their money, but the Vita, well, that's another entire story. So then they came along with the Switch, and that's technically portable. So to try and muscle in would be a bit difficult, but we do have some other sort of competition in the portable world right now. You've got things like the Steam Deck, which is a portable games machine. You've got things like the ROG Ally, and then you've got all these other things like these little portable emulation devices from the likes of Amberneck and Mayu and Retroid. There we go. So there is a huge interest in portable gaming again, but for Sony to get into it, I don't know. It just seems a bit of an odd one. So, like I say, we've got the PS Portal, which everyone thought when it was first announced that it was going to be a Vita 2, and it turned out just to be a remote play sort of second screen for a PS5. And if they then go ahead and release this PS Vita 2, that's two portable or handheld devices from Sony, and I just can't see where they would fit in together. So you've got the Portal, which can play PS5 games, and then you've got this PS Vita 2, which, well, it's not going to have the ability to slap a PS4 disc into it. So this is going to be a digital only console, which, if it's digital only, PS4 games can be quite large. That means it's going to need a very vast amount, very large internal storage. It's going to need to be at least a terabyte, because if they come out with this thing with a 512, that's 5-6 games at most that you can store on it. I don't know. And personally, I don't even know if I want to see a PS Vita 2. And that's very odd from someone who is such a massive Vita fan. I love my Vita. Up until about 4 months ago, it was my everyday go-to console. It's got some absolutely cracking games on it. You've got things like the Need for Speed, Most Wanted, Killzone Mercenaries. There's Borderlands 2, Little Big Planet Vita. Just an absolutely, whatever games are on it are fantastic. I mean, the game selection isn't huge, partly due to its failure and Sony just being Sony. And I am a massive fan of the Vita. I have been for a long time. And like I said, up until a few months ago, it was my go-to console until I finally got into the Switch market with the Switch Lite, and that's taken over. So probably, I don't know. If I made this video about a year ago and was asked would I like a Switch 2, would I like a Vita 2, then I would have said yes. But now I'm not entirely sure. Would it be nice to have a Sony device that can play PS4 games portably? Yeah, I think it would. But it's just the fact that Sony are making it, and they have such a bad rep for portable consoles, and making huge blunders with them, that you know that whatever they come out with is going to be hampered by some kind of Sony issue that they always do. So you had, like, the PSP was fantastic, but they used the stupid UMD discs, which were noisy and unreliable, and they forgot to put a second stick on it, which is stupid for a Sony console. Then they brought out the Vita, and oh yeah, great, we've added in a second stick, but we forget to put some shoulder triggers on. But you can play your PS4 games, but you can't because it's just too awkward with the touchpad. So that's a blunder on them, and then the high price and the memory cards that they like to charge a fortune for. So you know, if they bring out this Vita 2, it's not going to be, there's going to be something up with it. It's either going to be a massively high price, or they're going to charge you a ridiculous amount for extra memory. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Sony are doing massively well. The PS4 is still doing fantastic. The PS5 is doing well. Do we need another console from them in the meantime, or are they thinking that maybe home consoles are starting to have their day? Maybe more people are looking at these portable consoles and they want to get in on the market. They've had some experience, perhaps they could learn from that. I don't know. It just seems a bit of an odd thing, and like I said, this is still rumour stage, although it seems to be rumours with a little bit of history or backing, and that what makes it different from just someone going, oh, we love a PS Vita 2 and putting that out there. So, I don't know. I can't make my mind up. If it would be a portable PS4 and it was reasonably priced and it wasn't hampered by some kind of usual Sonyism, then it would be a great thing. But you know it's going to be expensive and it's going to have issues, and I can't see where it's going to fit in the market, and is it going to be that successful? I don't know. I mean, if we take this PS Portal, I don't really know that much about it, apart from it's an add-on for the PS5 that allows you to play games when you're away. Can it play PS4 games if they're running on a PS5? And if it can, then it would then give you this kind of portable PS4. I don't know. It's thrown me because, like I said, there's been lots of wishes of a Vita 2 from Vita fanboys over the years, and Sony have pretty much flatly said, no, we're not doing it. We don't want to enter into the portable market again. And then this news story pops up with some specs and some form of credibility, and it's thrown everything out of the water. So, I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think of this, whether Sony are going into the portable market, whether you think it's a possibility. Perhaps it is just somebody messing about. But to do it in 2 years' time, I don't know. Let's see if we get any further news stories on this over the coming months. And let me know what you think. Would you be interested in a Vita 2, or have Nintendo and Valve and all of these little emulation companies, have they got sort of a hold on the portable market? Let me know. That's going to be the end of this live stream. Link. Actually, no. I'm going to shout out to some of the people who have been commenting. So, Harper Maitland. Hi. Not sure who Sid NFFC is, but if you're still watching, hello. And then my son on the bottom there, Dragonborn Hunter. He was quite amused by the term Sonyism. Hi and bye. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.